evening and thank you for joining us for TKO8 Local News. Lyle Smith, the former assistant band director at Harrison School, was sentenced Thursday to 5 years in prison following his guilty plea to rape earlier this year in Taney County, Missouri. Smith, who's 31, lived in Branson at the time and had been charged with 4 counts each of second-degree statutory sodomy and second-degree statutory rape. But the plea agreement indicates state prosecutors agreed to drop the other 6 charges in exchange for his guilty plea to 2 counts of second-degree statutory rape. He pleaded guilty under the agreement March 22nd, and the sentencing hearing was set for Thursday. He had been ordered to be held in the Taney County Jail at Forsyth, as Smith had already been sentenced to 15 years in federal prison on 1 count of transportation of a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity and 1 count of coercion and enticement of a minor following his May 2016 guilty plea in federal court. Court records show the additional 5-year Missouri State prison sentence is to run consecutively with the federal prison sentence. He was also ordered to register as a sex offender within 3 days of his release from prison or being placed on probation. 47-year-old Robert Wayne Hadley of Cotter, who was wanted by authorities following a violent domestic disturbance over $5 last Saturday, is in custody. Baxter County Sheriff John Montgomery says a parolee that was Hadley, he was arrested Friday morning on an outstanding bench warrant for first-degree battery. Montgomery says a violent domestic disturbance reportedly occurred between Hadley and his stepfather at a residence along Walnut Hill Lane in Cotter, resulting in injuries. Hadley reportedly used a baseball bat to assault his stepfather and his mother. Hadley was said to have become enraged over the issue of $5 he wanted to borrow from his mother to purchase a knife. Hadley struck his 76-year-old stepfather in the head and hand with the baseball bat. He also injured his 65-year-old mother while she was attempting to take the bat away from him. Both victims sustained injuries requiring medical attention, and the Cotter man was taken to the Baxter County Detention Center and booked on 2 felony counts of first-degree battery. Bond was set at $50,000 as specified on the warrant, and Hadley is set to appear in circuit court next month. A man from Nevada City, California has been arrested in Baxter County with 13 pounds of high-grade marijuana, which is a large amount of cash and weapons, and authorities say the total value of seized drugs and assets is estimated to be nearly $500,000. Baxter County Sheriff John Montgomery says 57-year-old Craig Richard Whittingsglow was arrested after officers with his department executed a search warrant on Denton Ferry Road in Collar. And now the sheriff says it's believed Whittingsglow arrived in the area Wednesday, and the search warrant was obtained based on information developed by officers in his department. The 13 pounds of high-grade marijuana has a street value of about $100,000. Now, Whittingsglow is charged with felony counts of possession of a Schedule 6 controlled substance with the purpose to deliver, possession of drug paraphernalia, and simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms. He is being held on a $75,000 bond on those charges and is also being held for federal authorities. A Bull Shoals man, 33-year-old James McDaniel, has been sentenced to 7 years supervised probation following an incident in September 2017 when he placed his mother in a chokehold and with his knees to her back grabbed a knife, held it to her neck, and repeatedly said he would slit her throat. According to the police statement made available Thursday, McDaniel pleaded guilty Wednesday in Marion County Circuit Court to felony counts of terroristic threatening and aggravated assault, as well as a domestic battery misdemeanor. Under the terms of the negotiated plea, McDaniel was also ordered to pay $5,550 in fines, fees, and court costs. He will also undergo a screening for anger management and alcohol and drug abuse and comply with the recommendations from the tests. In addition, the Bull Shoals man was ordered to have no contact of any sort with his mother, who was the victim, unless she requests through a notarized statement for the requirement to be dropped, and the court approves the request. Well, on a much lighter note, the Humane Society of North Central Arkansas is inviting the public to attend its first Little Paws Kitten Shower Saturday afternoon from 2 until 4. Now, the event's going to take place at the Humane Society on Highway 201 North in Mountain Home. Now, though it's not required, the Humane Society requests attendees bring a gift to donate to help preparations for the spring kitten arrivals. Suggested gifts include kitten milk replacer, bottles, nipples, heating pads or discs, clay litter, small funnels, 8x8 or 9x9 aluminum pans, kitten chow, toys, paper towels, and Walmart gift cards, because we know how kittens love to shop at the Walmart. Coming up, we're going to take a look at headlines from around the region, but first, hey, what's happening with that livestock market? Well, Sammy Klein's going to tell you all about it, and that's made possible by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte.
This is Sammy Fines, Federal State Livestock Market News Service, reporting sale of North Arkansas livestock auction rainforest for Wednesday, May 16th. Cattle are 69.01, last week 1140, year ago 1719. Compared to last week, feeders mostly $6 to $12 lower, with some 600 to 700 pound heifers steady $2 lower, and the better 5 to 550 pound steers $17 lower. Quality and condition of most feeders not as good as last week. The slaughtered cows steady to $1 higher. Slaughtered bulls $2 to $4 higher. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pound, 183 to 185. 4 to 500 pound, 169 to 186. 5 to 600 pound, 147 to 165. 6 to 700 pound, 138 to 146. Feeder heifers, medium large ones, a few 3 to 350 pound, 158 to 160. 4 to 500 pound, 142 to 153. 5 to 600 pound, 130 to 148. Replacement cows, medium large ones, a 2 to 7-year-old, 900 to 1,250 pounds, second and third stage, 800 to 1,075 per head. And 7 to 10-year-old cows, second and third stage, at 700 to 875 per head. Cow calf pairs, medium large ones, a 2 to 5-year-old, 800 to 1,150 pound cows with 1 to 250 pound head aside, 1,250 to 1,650 per pair. And 7 to 10-year-old cows with 1 300 pound head aside at 900 to 1,125 per pair. Slaughter cows, boners, 52 to 57. High dress, 58 to 64.50. Lean, 49 to 55. High dress, 56 to 62. Low dress, 41 to 47. Slaughter bulls, grade 1 to 2, 1,400 pounds, 74 to 83. High dress, 85 to 92.50. That's Mark today. Sammy Klein reporting. Thank you.
Inland Waste Solutions works diligently to be good stewards of the environment. Reducing waste via curbside recycling services, Inland Waste Solutions takes this mission seriously, but they need your help. When putting your waste and recyclables in their respective curbside containers, be sure that cross-contamination doesn't occur. Please only place recyclable materials in the yellow top bins. Check your recycling do's and don'ts list before you throw any item into the yellow top recycle bin. Together we can make a difference. Inland Waste Solutions, local people serving local people in Harrison.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be, but you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Summer is just around the corner, and the staff at Harness Boots and Shoes are ready with all the latest styles of tennis shoes, sandals, dress shoes, casual shoes, boots, and hiking shoes. You'll find the most popular brands such as Merrell, Birkenstock, Chaco, New Balance, and Twisted X for men, women, and children. And if you don't find the style or color you want in stock, they'll be happy to order them for you. Don't forget, $10 down will hold anything in the store on layaway. Harness Boots and Shoes on the west side of the square in beautiful downtown Harrison.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
Your summer starts here. With a great deal on a new Toyota, you can celebrate all the season has to offer. Like graduations, Mother's Day, camping, family reunions, paddleboarding, hiking, the beach, fishing trips, county fairs, road trips. Me first!
During the Summer Starts Here sales event, get $2,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4. Offers end June 4th.
Get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Arkansas Supreme Court has rejected an appeal from a death row prisoner convicted of killing a man during a robbery that netted him $20 and a gun. Brandon Lacey's new lawyers say he suffers from alcohol-fueled amnesia and other substance abuse. Lacey wanted the court to void his death sentence, saying his trial lawyers were ineffective. The justices rejected their argument Thursday, and the court said Lacey's trial team explored his mental problems, but as part of its strategy, didn't present all of them to jurors. Justices also noted Lacey's lawyers argued for a life term. Randy Walker died in 2007. Now, prosecutors say that Lacey hit Walker twice in the head with a fireplace poker, stabbed him, slit his throat, and set his trailer on fire. A co-defendant is serving a life sentence without parole. Now, a federal lawsuit says the Northwest Arkansas School District violated a student's right to free speech when expelling him for posting a photo of himself on social media holding a firearm. According to the Arkansas Democrat the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, attorneys filed the lawsuit late last month on behalf of Jessica McKinney, the student's mother. Now, the lawsuit identifies the student only as KP, as the student is juvenile. The lawsuit alleges that Huntsville High School junior posted an Instagram photo of himself wearing a trench coat and holding an assault rifle. The photo came 10 days after the Florida shooting that left 17 people dead. Huntsville School District's board expelled the student in March, saying students couldn't use threats, intimidation, or fear to disrupt any school mission. The lawsuit alleges the principal falsely accused KP of criminal and terroristic conduct toward a school community. The owner of 2 Arkansas TV stations is challenging a judge's order blocking them from airing a conservative group's ad attacking a state Supreme Court justice seeking re-election. Tribune Broadcasting Fort Smith, LLC, on Thursday has asked the Washington County Circuit Judge Doug Martin's order to temporarily preventing some stations from airing the ad be dissolved. Martin issued the order in response to a lawsuit from Justice Courtney Goodson, who's being criticized by the Judicial Crisis Network's ad. Tribune owns KFSM and KXNW, and the filing comes a day after Martin recused himself from the case following questions about a potential conflict of interest. Martin, however, said the temporary restraining order against the ad would remain in place. Goodson has filed 2 other lawsuits trying to block the ad from airing. A prosecutor says he won't lift speed trap sanctions against a small town in north central Arkansas because of what he calls a level of past abuse of police power. According to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, the Luke Ferguson's Wednesday decision means that the sanctions will remain in effect through the end of the year for Damascus. A former prosecutor ordered the sanctions last year after finding the town was operating an illegal speed trap. The sanctions prohibit Damascus police from patrolling U.S. Highway 65 or Arkansas 124, both of which run through the town of fewer than 400 residents. Ferguson says he based his decision on what he calls an abuse of police power and on the town's lack of oversight. City Attorney Bo Wilcox says the sanctions prevent Damascus police from stopping those legitimately violating traffic laws. Well, Newport Mayor David Stewart says Police Chief Michael Scudder is retiring. Chief Scudder has been with the Newport Police Department for 36 years, and the last day for Scudder is going to be June the 29th. So far, there's been no decision made on who's going to replace him. Hey, let's take a look at the weather, shall we? Because it's going to be awesome for May days and Crawdad days and everywhere outside. And we'll do that. But first, we've got to take a look and see if there were any tears falling on Wall Street today. Back in a minute. A beautiful weekend, but hot, so be ready for that. Get down to the Harrison Square because there's a whole lot going on. Lots and lots of music, vendors, food, fun, and for the most part, you can walk around totally for free. Like I say, you just got to buy your food. That's fair, right? And then, of course, cruise over to Mini Harris Park, check out Crawdad Days. Lots of good stuff going on in Harrison, Arkansas, USA this weekend. So, but how specifically will this hot be? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Tomorrow, we are looking to see it hot. But you know what? Not too shabby. There'll be some clouds out there to kind of break up the heat. 66 for an overnight low expected. Then Sunday, pretty much the same, high of 87 and 65. And then on Monday, you know what? We'll go back to work. We'll get some chance of showers for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with highs in the mid to low 80s and overnight lows in the mid 60s with that chance of rain hovering around the 50% mark. So, needless to say, it's might get a little wet over the weekend, but the main thing, won't get a little wet over the weekend and the work week. It might. It doesn't matter. Go outside and have some fun because, by golly, there's a lot of hard-working folks working really hard to bring you these events. So go participate, have some fun, make some memories, it's the right thing to do. Stick around. We've got sports coming up as TKO8 News continues.
Your summer starts here. With a great deal on a new Toyota, you can celebrate all the season has to offer. Like graduations, Mother's Day, camping, family reunions, paddleboarding, hiking, the beach, fishing trips, county fairs, road trips. Me first!
During the Summer Starts Here sales event, get $2,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4. Offers end June 4th.
Get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. Did you know that we are part of an independent retailers co-op that allows us to offer you extra savings? With conscious foods becoming more popular, you see them everywhere, which is a good thing. What you can't get just anywhere is a knowledgeable team of people who want to provide you with top-notch customer service. With our co-op buying option, Nature's Wonders can offer you the customer service you expect, along with prices comparable to those in larger stores. The ideal shopping experience. Come see how affordable healthy living can be at Nature's Wonders in Harrison.
First time in program history, Arkansas is going to host the NCAA tournament as the number 13 national seed. Now, this marks the program's 8th NCAA appearance and second under head coach Courtney Deifel. Now, the Razorbacks, and that'd be the softball Razorbacks, are one of 13 SEC teams in the NCAA tournament and one of 9 to play the opening round on its home field. Arkansas enters the weekend 4th in the SEC and tied for 34th in the NCAA with 53 home runs. The team also ranked 7th nationally in strike to walkout ratio and 36th in team ERAs. Well, trailing 4-2 heading into the 7th inning, the 5th-ranked Razorback baseball team put up a 6-run frame, punctuated by a go-ahead 2-run home run, that is, by senior Luke Bonfield, and was able to hold on for the final 2 innings for an 8-6 series opening victory over the 13th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs last night. Arkansas, standing at 18-10 in the SEC, scored all of its runs in the 1st and 7th innings en route to its 4th consecutive conference victory. Now, in the big 7th inning, the Razorbacks sent 10 batters to the plate, utilizing 5 hits, 3 being singles, along with a homer by Bonfield and a triple by Dominic Fletcher. Vince Velasquez pitched shutout ball went into the 7th inning, and Carlos Santana, the player, not the singer, and Pedro Florimon, he's more of a player than, well, more of a singer than a player. Anyway, each one of those guys, they hit home runs in the Philadelphia Phillies' 6-2 victory over the St. Louis Cardinals. Velasquez gave up 5 hits in 6 1/3 innings, striking out 5 and walked 2, and recording his 3rd straight win. At 25-16, the Phillies are 9 games over 500 for the first time since they were 102-60 at the close of the 2011 season. The New York Yankees had a rough trip this week. Poor guys. They spent Wednesday night at Dulles International Airport in suburban Virginia, stuck after their matchup against the Washington Nationals was rained out. Bad weather and a plane problem left the Yankees stranded at the airport, and some of the players spent the evening sleeping on the jet while a few stretched out in the terminal. About 12 hours after they first boarded, the Yankees took off for Kansas City, where they play tonight. Hey, Kansas basketball coach Bill Self is planning to help charity by dropping down a 7-story building this summer. Self will rappel, that is, not just free fall, rappel down the 888 Lofts building in Lawrence on August the 25th to raise money for the Boys and Girls Club of Lawrence. Self and his wife Cindy have been longtime supporters of the Boys and Girls Club, and he is putting his crotch where his mouth is there, because that rappelling, that doesn't tickle, man. Those harnesses are rough. Anyway, that's a wrap, gang. We've made it through another broadcast and another broadcast day. I hope to see you all down at May Days on the Square or floating around Crawdad Days at Minnie Harris Park. So come on out to Harrison, Arkansas, USA, and have some fun. And I know I'm going to with the fam. So until next time, have a fantastic evening, everyone. And thank you very much for watching. Good night, everyone.